And even then, we were still a little bit sceptical as to whether it was actually going to work. So we came to an arrangement with the council. So we did the whole perimeter of the block. And then the council put in quite a bit of backup water testing. Once we got over that, and we had independents come in, like hundreds out of 100 on the block, part of that. But the same too were fairly critical of 1080, and that's even the zero cut. Just to mention 1080, with that exercise carried out, it wasn't being the DNS that everybody said it was going to be. So with that information, we decided to do the whole block. I think the main concern was it didn't turn out to be the killer that everybody said it was going to be. And I'd like to believe that we went about it the right way by doing a test run, if you like. And once we got the results back on that,
when we're doing 1080 operations, that landowners, public visiting the area, people are aware of the risk to dogs and they take the warning seriously because it is a very severe risk. Unfortunately, we haven't found a way of mitigating that risk.
It's a bit like you don't let your dog wander on a state highway. You don't take your dog into 1080 area. It's simple as that.
Iwi in the country run large blocks of land made up of pasture, pine trees and native bush. Sourcing food from the land is important, but the economic return from the investment is also a high priority.
One of the things I suppose for Te Whakatō is we have major interests in pine trees, and so we're actually big users of 1080 to get rid of mice and stoats and rabbits and possums that are harming, especially the younger trees. For some of us, it's seen a necessity for the forest to become as economical as what we're hoping. We have to use 1080 as well. And principally myself, I'm against poison being all over the land. but looking at the benefits of what we're trying to protect, it is kind of having a look at a balance. There needs to be, I suppose, a lot more work done on how any other methods of being able to do it, but at this stage 1080 is basically the most cost effective way we have of doing vast areas, I suppose.
There is ongoing research into producing alternatives to using 1080 as a possum and other predator control, and there are positive results emerging. However, realistically, it'll be some time before any alternative can be introduced as a replacement to 1080. The Animal Health Board has a much more extensive program using 1080 than the Department of Conservation. Although the main aim of the Animal Health Board is to eliminate bovine TB, a bonus to the programs is the effect it has on the native wildlife and bush, especially on Department of Conservation land, which is illustrated with the Tongariro Blue Duck program.
We've got a really interesting project going on here, a 5-year project. The first 2 years we had absolutely no management at all. The third year we had an EL 1080 operation, and the fourth year we started to put predator traps up and down the river. We're seeing really excellent results from there. First 2 years, we had about 25 chicks hatched. I thought that's pretty good. And then the third year we had a 1080 operation, and productivity doubled. It was amazing. We had 48 chicks hatched that year. It was fantastic. So 1080, what it's doing is it's killing the possums, and then the rats and the stoats get on and the rat carcasses, and they die as well. And so to see that doubling in chick production was just so exciting. It really was.
In September 2006, we did an aerial 1080 operation over Tongariro crops, and prior to the 1080 in this area, chick survival was 27%, and following the 1080, the chick survival was 64%. This year, we have done no further treatment with 1080 or anything else, and it's still at 62% survival, so it's been really good. It definitely gets rid of the predators, the birds aren't being eaten, and there's lots of birds, so it's good.
When you're told that the 1080 is hopefully going to have positive results for your brood ducks, but you're sort of skeptical how it's going to work. You know, they're putting this poison down, and then you're supposed to see a benefit for the ducks. But to actually see it was incredible. It really was, to come out on the river every week and to see more and more chicks hatch every week. And it was mind blowing actually to see it. I was really excited.
People don't appreciate that possums, stoats, ferrets, rats and wild cats probably do more to decimate our native bird population than anything else.
In Tapawa, when we first were farming there, the bird life and the adjoining native bush was negligible. And within 12 to 18 months of TB control program taking place, the dawn chorus was back.
Yeah, I'm noticing regeneration in quite a few places, you know, an increase in bird life. And when I say regeneration, just noticing a lot more sort of berries, etc., that starting to turn up, you know, which traditionally we didn't see, you know. So it's got to be a plus.
These are the areas like Government Ranges and Pihanga down southern out to the bush compared to what it was 15 years ago is amazing. And how overall bird life is really incredible. And it's like going to offshore island stuff there now. Like I've got a farm in Reparoa, farm as well. I'm a bit of a nutter on wetlands. I've got a big wetland in the back of my farm. And when we first got there, there was bug or bird life in there, you know. And being in this industry, I've been able to get my staff to do pest control in there. And we 1080 it about every 3 or 4 years. And the bird life, you know, I've got every type of species of waterfowl in there now: swans, black teal, grey teal, damp chicks, fern birds. Where there was none of that before, you know. And so I'm a mad king hunter, and I'm also a rural conservationist, particularly on wetland bird species. 1080 is the best thing since sliced bread, you know, I believe, for your bird life.
Okay, I want us to move around into a circle. We're going to discuss what we did.
What were the kills of the animal?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Are you sitting alone in your room right now? No. Actually, getting the stream. Get the first time over there on the stream in the weekend. Yeah, finish on the weekend. And so, yeah, have your fantasy and fantasy life. Goodbye.